Welcome. This is episode 9 of the Third Path Recovery channel, and I am your host, Owen. As I've mentioned, I'm just about to do a detox. The original plan was to detox from my opiate maintenance prescription, but I'm going to try and do the diazepam at the same time. That might prove to be a bit much, but I'm gonna give it a try. So yeah, detox coming. I'm shitting it slightly, if I'm honest. But the prize of being substance free is so large. Um, yeah, I think I need to go for it. I informed the drug service about a fortnight ago. Yeah, just over a fortnight ago, that I intended to. Well, actually, I told them 5 months ago that I intended to detox within the next couple of months, but the situation became so chaotic that that didn't happen. I've now got back to the point of feeling stable enough to detox, so that's what I'm doing. I told them 2 weeks ago that I was going to do that and asked for help regarding planning our home detox. I've not had any communication or any response to that, so I'm kind of on my own. Luckily, I'm not done, and I know that's how it goes a lot of the time. And I have prepared, comfort medications, and I was planning on doing an episode talking about how to prepare for a detox, but I didn't have time to do that at the same time as actually preparing for my detox. So we're gonna do an extra episode talking about what it actually means to detox from a substance that you're dependent upon. Before we do that, I just want to talk about micro routines again quickly. I've been sticking to mine quite well. There's my green drink. I still can't find my little book. That's a lie, actually. I found it and then lost it again. So I don't have the little book for my gratitude list, but pretty much all of those micro routines are going to drop away through detox because I'll be too ill. But the gratitude list is one that I should be able to continue doing through detox. And I said in a previous episode that really that should be at the top. And yeah, that's the one thing that I should always be able to continue doing. I should be well enough at least to write a gratitude list. And top of that gratitude list is the fact that I've got someone that's come to help babysit me through this detox, because it would be really hard otherwise. Doing a detox is hard. Doing it when you're totally alone and have no other human contact is really, really difficult. So I'm very grateful that I've got someone that's come to stay with me for the first week or so of that. That's a thing that I will be writing on my gratitude list every single day for sure. But now back to the learning. I found it. This is what I mean by my little book for gratitude lists. So if you look there, 23rd, 24th, and too many, of course, 25th. It's just good because you can look back in time, as it were, and you can see the progress that you've made. if you keep all your gratitude lists collected in one place. And you can look for connections between how grateful you are and what your mental health, or how successful, what your mental health's like, or how successful your life is at that time. And you can try and pair them up, and you'll probably see that the times you're most grateful are the times you're healthiest. Okay, now back to the learning. Our brain and nervous system is constructed of millions of cells called neurons that are responsible for moving messages around the body, and they do this by passing messages over something called a synapse. And this is where you're going to have to put up with my really bad drawing, but a synapse, that is a representation of what it looks like. Given we were talking about opiate detox, we'll stick to talking about the chemicals that are involved in that, but the mechanism of action is essentially the same, no matter what drug you are withdrawing from. It's the neurotransmitters that change. So you have this construction, the synapse, that's responsible for passing messages around the body. In the case of opiates, they mimic the action of an endogenous, that means made within our body, neurotransmitter called endorphins that are responsible for blocking pain. I think probably most of you have heard the word endorphin before. They're the thing that are responsible for giving you that nice warm glow feeling when you've been to the gym and done a good hard session, because you've essentially damaged the muscles in your body and they're repairing, and you're experiencing the euphoric effects of the endorphins. What happens when you take an opiate drug is that you flood that system. So you have receptors along here that are responsible for receiving the messages passed by the neurotransmitter from this part of the synapse. The neurotransmitters are passed along in little packages called vesicles. They're then released into the synaptic gap, and they travel across and are picked up on the other side by receptors that then pass on whatever message it is that that neurotransmitter is responsible for. In the case of pain, the neurotransmitter responsible is simply called substance P, which is what I think we'll stick to. You can say that it's, I'm going to have to use the book to say this, an undecapeptide member of the techinin neuropeptide family. That's my best guess at pronunciation, but I think we'll stick with substance P. So ordinarily you have the normal level of endorphins there, and you have substance P that's being passed along, and that's going to be passed along all the time. So if you have the slightest little knock on your body, it's going to release a very small amount of substance P. So you have a level of substance P and a level of endorphins that are constantly within your body being transmitted from one neuron to the other. When the opiates come along, they fill up all of the receptors, which I'm going to draw here. Oh, and I've missed one. So they will come along and essentially block the way for any pain neurotransmitters to be able to cross the synaptic gap, and they will also, most of the time, knock off any substance P that is on the neurotransmitter and replace it with themselves. So your system is flooded with these neurotransmitters or chemicals that mimic the action of your natural neurotransmitters, and endorphins are released by the pituitary gland, and when it can tell that your body is constantly full of substances that are blocking the route of substance P to cause pain, it knows that that's happening and it shuts down production. So your natural production of endorphins, depending on how much of opiate you're taking, is going to reduce down to essentially zero. So when you go into detox and all of those receptor sites suddenly become open, substance P can just flood into them. You've got no natural protection from the neurotransmitter that sends pain messages to your brain, and as a result you feel very, very ill, which is about to happen to me. I've just taken my last dose of buprenorphine and diazepam this morning. I'm going about the house now, doing my final preparations, and then yeah, like I say, I've got a babysitter here, so hopefully they're gonna upload some footage of the detox. I'm scared, but I'm also the prize of being substance free is so large for me at the moment. Being dependent on substances is damaging my mental health so badly that I need to be free of the stigma. I need to be free of the constant roller coaster. Yeah, I'm shitting it a little bit because my support network is very poor. It's got smaller recently. I've lost a couple of people that were part of it previously, but c'est la vie. Yeah, I'm heading to do this detox anyway. I'm fed up of being treated like second class citizen, really, is the honest truth. Yeah, I'm fed up of that. So I'm gonna try and become substance free. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it, and it will be difficult, and I expect it to last a long time. I expect the detox period to last going on a month, and I've done detoxes like that before, and the most difficult thing is it seems so bleak coming out the other side. Can be very, very depressing. Even once the worst of the physical symptoms have passed, it can be very depressing. And what's good for that is micro routines, because you can start very, very small, and you can very, very slowly build from a position of 0 into a more healthy routine. And if you want to watch my video on micro routines, it's on the screen up there somewhere. Other than that, I think it's basically it for another episode. Next time I will probably be shivering and yeah, in not a very good way. But until then, big love.